the other thing about Jimmy that's kind of gets me is that while he makes the same mistakes all the time, all I see from him on the sideline in games, in practice is a big smile. Like life is grand. And I just don't get it. It seems like I'm not saying he should be really pissed about what's happening in preseason, but I can't tell that he really cares. I can't. I don't know. It's strange to me. Strange.
Yeah.
I would be frustrated by throwing the same pick every day. Me.
Yeah. I mean, the pick, I mean, I guess we can touch on the pick. Was the one thing we didn't really talk about in our opening thing. The pick, I heard Shanahan after the game, he put it on Brandon Ayuk a little bit. A lot of people put it on Ayuk, but to be frank, the ball was just high over the middle of the field.
Yeah,
Ayuk was open, and he just threw the ball high, right? It's not a great throw, whatever you want to say. Should Ayuk have caught it? Probably, especially when there's a lot of people that regard Ayuk as, at this point already, as a true number one wide receiver and possibly the most dangerous receiving threat on this team, more so than even a George Kittle or a Deebo Samuel. You expect a guy of that caliber to make that catch.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not a great throw, and that's where I go back to how many times have we seen balls high over the middle of the field? How many times, do we see him be a little skittish in the pocket? I thought we were taking actually a progressive step forward, honestly, from what we saw in 2020 when he was so skittish in the pocket with that run. The run was decisive. He got out. He first actually did an excellent job moving forward in the pocket to avoid the sack. That was awesome to see. And then
the run
he
was
was
his best play of the
decisive.
game.
Right. He tucked the ball and he went and got 11 yards, and he actually looked pretty quick. I was amiss
It was the
tweeting
best run of his
that.
career.
Yeah, I was amiss tweeting like, wow, Jimmy Garoppolo's got a little spring to his step. He looks
Yeah.
so heavy and slow-footed in both 2019 and 2020 compared to in 2017 where he actually had really light and quicker feet, where I thought maybe, there's some sort of thing coming back. The brace is gone. I was going to tweet something along the lines, and the next thing you know, he gets picked off on the throw to Ayuk, so I just scrapped it and went away. But in terms of hasn't improved, I think you brought up the coaching staff. I just asked the question of maybe Garoppolo, this is just his ceiling. This is just a player who he is. Like, what can they do to honestly make him better? Because, I mean, his arm isn't getting stronger. He isn't getting more athletic. And you would assume that he would improve mentally, but mentally he's remained.
He's missed a lot of time.
Essentially,
and you only improve mentally with reps. Yeah.
Right. And even in the
missed a lot
reps
of
he's
time.
had,
Yeah.
essentially he continues to make similar mistakes. He continues to miss underneath coverage. He
Right.
continues to make decisions that make no sense. He continues to not to miss and miss anticipating windows that could open up based on pre-snap looks and stuff like that. And those are the kinds of things that he has to excel at for him to improve.
I just want to say
Again,
real quick, I rewatched the thing last night. I mean, this morning, I rewatched his drive, and to me, he had a very nice throw to Juszczyk on the first play. He had a very nice run, but the rest of his reps weren't so good. I mean, in the pocket, it seemed like he was reacting to pressure that wasn't there and not setting his feet. And then I thought he was missing high. I mean, the throw that he missed to Ayuk, who ran the out route, he missed high. The throw to Werner had to leap. He was 10 yards away from him. I really wasn't that impressed with Jimmy Garoppolo, the way it looked.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 6 throws, right? So it's difficult to be impressed or unimpressed.
Right. Because if you cut off Trey Lance after 6 throws, it'd be like, dude, the sky is falling.
Right. And going back, I keep going back to the one throw that I wish I got to see if Brandon Ayuk didn't get held. I thought that was a good throw to Ayuk. If Ayuk doesn't get held, I thought that hits
the one
right
over the shoulder.
11. Yeah. So that on 3rd and 7. So that was an okay throw. But again, it goes back to like we're nitpicking 6
check
throws,
down on
right?
3rd and
but
4, that was rough.
Yeah, right. But the overall inconsistencies, these are the things that we point to. These are the reasons why the 49ers have been kind of overly ambitious about constantly trying to upgrade the quarterback position. It's not just because of injuries, because they tried to do it the year before when he was coming off a Super Bowl season and before he had the ankle injury, and he only had one injury in his career in San Francisco. So because of all of those things, I think at some point we just acknowledge who he is, and who he is fine. I understand we have differences on whether he's a starting quarterback or not. I believe solely on what he does on the field and based on his talent. You look at the injuries and say, well, I don't think you can have the conviction to start him, right?
All I'm saying is I think this interception streak that he's on could put him in the Fitzmagic thing where he gets benched because of throwing picks, goes somewhere next year, wins a starting job, plays well for a while, throws picks, gets benched, and kind of goes through that cycle for a while. Maybe not. Maybe he finds some stability somewhere else. But I wonder. But that's ultimately not the Niners' problem.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's his career at this point. It goes beyond the Niners, right? As much as we like, uh, um,
Did I lose you?
things for the Niners, and he's been a good player and all of that. They Trey Lance, and this is the present, the future, and everything.
Okay. Derek says, do you think the drop passes had anything to do with Trey not getting reps with the starters and them not being used to a fastball? Oh, that's a good question. Vish, black screen. Was that a choice or did you drop out? Oh, man. He's back. He's gone. He's like Elvis. He's left the building. There he goes.
No, I'm here.
No, he's back. There he is. Dang, Vish. Got to get you that unlimited data, Vish. Okay. Give Vish one more try. Do I think the drop passes have anything to do with Trey not getting reps? Yeah, I think it's part of it, but I think it's possible that Trey's passes are really hard to catch. He throws really hard. Yo, you there?
Yeah, my bad. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I got a phone call, and then everything just went out of whack because I got a phone call. Yeah, my bad. But the question was about Trey Lance, the drops.
Do you think the drop passes have anything to do with Trey not getting reps with the starters and then not being used to a fastball?
He's gotten reps, right, more or less with Ayuk. He worked out with Debo in the offseason and Ayuk in the offseason and Mostert in the offseason. So I think at some point they should be used to his kind of ball. I was listening to Chris Sims last week when he talked about Trey Lance's first game, and I thought he brought up an interesting point. I'm not saying I agree or disagree because, frankly, I'm not sure. But he said Trey Lance's ball is really difficult to catch because he doesn't throw a spiral and he throws the ball really hard. It's really hard for receivers to catch it. So maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not exactly sure. That's just an answer I heard somebody else give, but I'm not sure what's right or wrong in this situation personally.
I'm not sure I've seen Jimmy throw a slant allowing a rack since he hurt his knee. That second TD throw by Trey is not the one I think is not one I think Jimmy can make. That's fair. That second TD throw to Benjamin was hell of a throw.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable throw, and he looked off the number 31. I'm not sure if number 31's a safety or a linebacker, but he looked him off and just an absolute strike.